When I was about 10 or 12 years old, I think. I think that's the time I decided, because I could see my classmates deciding, or at least dreaming of being engineers or doctors or joining the army and so on. When I was a child, there weren't that many options as there are today. And I thought that if these people can plan thus, why can't I plan according to what I wish to do? And what I wish to do is act. And why cannot I earn a living that way? So I set about realizing that ambition. I never considered it to be an impossible dream which I must achieve. It was like a practical decision to pursue any vocation which you found suitable. And I went about it.
Did you watch a lot of films at that time?
Yes, fortunately for me, in the school I studied, we were shown a film a week, and the choice of the films was excellent. I really feel that that was the true education that school gave me, was the films I saw. We saw everything from Citizen Kane to Laurel and Hardy and the Three Stooges, you know, the whole range in between. Also the odd Hindi movie, but not many, only the best ones. Films like Mughal-e-Azam and all would be shown to us, but mostly they were American British films. I gorged on them, and I've been a movie junkie ever since.
Now you probably got the greatest variety of roles that a Hindi film actor can do. Would you agree?
Well, it depends on what you mean by that. But I have been very fortunate in the very early part of my career to have been offered such a large variety of roles. And I'm not belittling my own contribution in being able to do justice to the various parts. It's because I've always, as a child, enjoyed playing roles. I've enjoyed getting away from myself and being other people. I think it is because I was very dissatisfied with the way I was as a child, and I wanted to be other people. I guess that's what gave birth to the desire to be an actor. And I've been able to recognize within myself different facets of my own personality, which is why I suppose I can play these varying parts.
So all these characters lie inside you.
Inside me, yeah, I believe that. I believe that's true of any person. It's not just two personalities that we have. We have a zillion personalities, each one of us. And it's those who become actors who are fortunate enough to be able to sublimate these other people within us, come to terms with them.
Okay. Now, does studying the kind of character you are going to play, actually observing that kind of person, like maybe you were playing a blind man, Spurge. Did you actually go out and observe?
Yeah, I did. But it's basically the observation you've done in life which counts. If you haven't already observed people and responded to them and empathized with them, then going out and observing a blind person or a jhuggi dweller for 2 weeks before the shooting is of no consequence, because things don't sink in that fast. So I guess actors have a responsibility to be alive to everything they see and hear all the time and assimilate it all, whether or not you respond to it immediately, but you assimilate it all, and somewhere or the other it works like a storehouse. Yeah, I am often called cynical by people, but I think that it's a very negative word, and I would not claim to be a cynic. I don't think I am, because I think cynicism is the next stage before death, and it's a rotten state to be in. I think one must question things, and I think one must not take things at face value. But that does not imply dismissing being dismissive, and that is how what I equate cynicism with. A satirical bent of mind, I hope I think I would claim I have. And Jaane Bhi To Yaron certainly was a satirical film. I would not really call it a black comedy. Well, the fact is that let alone black comedies themselves are hard to come by in the Indian film industry, and that is because of this mistaken notion that comedies don't run. The simple fact is that comedies are very difficult to do, very, very difficult to make, and it's hell for the actors. And that is why we don't make good comedies here, because basically, quite simply, all the ills of the Bombay industry can boil down to this, that we just don't work hard enough. The writers don't work hard enough, the directors don't work hard enough, the actors don't work hard, neither do the dance masters, nor anybody in the film industry works hard enough. Maybe the cameramen do. That's about all I could say. And we just, sort of muddle along from day to day. It's a great booming industry. It generates tons of money, fine. But then that's all it can lay claim to be. We don't make comedies because nobody's willing to break their backs and make a comedy the way old Charlie Chaplin did. Or even actors like Jerry Lewis or Danny Kaye. And then there is this superstition that comedies don't run, so don't make comedies.
At one time, you yourself and Om Puri and Shabana Azmi and Smita Patil and Shyam Benegal, all of you were together and making films. So, did ideas of films, characters, themes evolve between discussions, or was it always that one particular person?
Well, it was, we were all executing the director's vision, I would say, with varying degrees of success. I don't think that, well, there's always discussion when a film is being made, and we would all give our ideas, and Shyam is one who is particularly open to suggestion. He loves actors, and he always has a patient ear for what an actor wants to do, and is also very clear about whether he will let the actor do it or not. So, speaking for myself, I would say that I just let myself be guided by him. I had no fixed notions about film acting. I had a lot of ideas which I was trying to work out with myself, and so I put myself in the position of a student where Shyam was concerned, to learn the business of acting in movies. And I'm very grateful to Shyam because I learnt a very great deal.
At one time you were like the rock of Gibraltar for at least meaningful and committed filmmakers. Did anything disillusion you?
Their inability to make better films disillusioned me, quite simply. There were a lot of other things as well, but basically this is what it was. And it's not that I'm disillusioned with good cinema. I was disillusioned with these filmmakers. I don't feel that good cinema is a meaningless enterprise. Good cinema must be made, and I suppose will continue to be made, though frankly I feel very pessimistic about it. But I suppose the next generation of filmmakers will have something to offer. And my complaint was basically against these filmmakers, that they didn't get better and better. I don't think I was unfair in expecting them to. They expected me to get better as an actor. So why can't I expect them to get better as filmmakers?
Now, woman power is appearing on screen in a big way. How different have you found a woman director's approach to filmmaking?
No, not at all. I have worked with only 2 women directors in my life, Sai Paranjpe, with whom I did 2 feature films, and another lady with whom I did a children's film, which I'd rather forget. But I frankly feel that there is no difference. Why should there be a difference? It's a question of ability. I've come across plenty of nincompoops men who've made movies and who have been acclaimed greatly and everything. I would be keen to work with directors like Aparna Sen, definitely. It's of no importance.
You have worked with a whole lot of filmmakers. Now, do you find that nowadays you are being given more liberty as an actor? Being given more leeway to decide for yourself?
No, it's the same. It's just that I don't give as many suggestions as I used to. I have learned to sift what I want and offer the essential, and not to give suggestions too soon, not to jump to conclusions too soon. So despite my reputation, I have never considered myself to be a difficult actor. I don't think I'm a difficult actor, and my intention is always to carry out what the director wants. I don't think acting is is an end in itself, in the sense of, well, as a mission in life maybe it is, but it's not a separate entity. An actor is one of the tools which the director uses to convey a particular meaning, so it's your responsibility as an actor to be truthful to the writer and the director.
Personally, what kind of roles do you like to play?
I have no such preferences, nor do I have any list of roles which I am dying to do. I just enjoy acting.